All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, The Wake Up, where I share my journey of quitting alcohol, taking my life back from alcohol's control through my experience. I've done 2 weeks so far, so this is going to be my third week. So, what we're going to do today is I'm going to recap my week, what I did with how I did with drinking, even on my allowance days. I'm going to talk about some things that I've started doing that are really helpful that I'd like to share with you guys. If you're somebody that's going through struggles with alcohol or trying to quit alcohol, these are some tips and things that I've been doing to help with that. If I get like cravings or if cravings, or if the thought even pops in my head randomly, things that I'm techniques that I'm doing, to identify certain things and move past it. So I'll be sharing that with you. I'm also going to talk about some other things I've been getting back into, things I've been doing, and then what the plan looks like moving forward. So if you're new to the channel, this is me talking about my experience with alcohol. If you haven't watched my first two videos, go back and watch them. It talks about my breaking point with alcohol, what shifted my mindset with alcohol, what my plan was to quit. And just to recap that, I did a couple stage plan where I had a few weeks where I'm allowing certain days of the week where I have limits on those days of alcohol allowance. And as I've moved into week 3, I am kind of accelerating that plan, but I'll get into how I'm doing that a little bit later here in the video. But first of all, I'd like to recap the week. So I'm happy to report that I made it 5 days without drinking. So Tuesday, which today, I'm sorry I didn't mention it, is Tuesday as well, August 19th. Tuesday is one of my allowance days where I can have, if I choose to, up to 3 tall beers. So I'm happy to report that last week I skipped that day. So I went Sunday through Thursday and most of Friday without having any alcohol. So I'm really proud of myself for that. Like I said in the last video, I had a lot more confidence in doing that. So I went through with it and I was fine. No adverse side effects or withdrawal symptoms or anything like that. So very good. The next thing that happened was Fridays and Saturdays are also allowance days. So I'll let you guys know, yes, I did have my limit of 4 on both Friday and Saturday. Friday was a little different. I went to the bar, and here's some tips if you're somebody that's doing it like I am, where if you're weaning off or you're giving yourself some allowance as you start quitting alcohol. If you're going to go to the bar, because I like singing karaoke and being social, So if you're somebody that's going to continue to do that, it's good. So what I've been doing is going up to the bartender, letting them know immediately, hey, I have a limit of 4 tall beers. That's all I'm allowed to have. I let them know straight out the gates. So there's no me coming back asking for another one, nothing. It's already cut off, right? So what I did on Friday is I went out there and I broke up my allowance. So I had 1 tall beer, and then instead of just grabbing another one right away, I went ahead and had, a 0 beer, filler. So I did it kind of like that. I did 1 0 beer, maybe a water after that, and then another tall beer, then 0 beer, and so on until I got to 4. And I was able to go there. I was able to have a good time, sing karaoke, be just fine, and, end up getting out of there at a decent time around 10 or 10:15 or so, So headed home after that, after I had my limit, it was fine. Got to bed, all good, So finding I can still do that, which is really good. And then Saturday, had the limit again with my buddy. We were just hanging out at my house and in the pool and stuff. So had 4 beers and that was it. And then, he went home. So, but we still had time to hang out and it was good, So that being said, that was my allowance days for the week. So also this week I started working. So that, kept me busy throughout the week, going out and working from Wednesday to Saturday. So that's positive. That's really good. My emotions and feelings have stabilized. If you haven't watched my first couple videos, my first one, that first week, just a lot of emotions all coming from me at every angle on myself. So I had time to process all of that, make changes, in my life to certain things, about like my relationship with my son. Happy to report too that I am starting to repair my relationship with my lady, with my woman. So we Monday actually went out on a walk and talked and had a really good conversation and started repairing things. So that was really good. Really happy about that. So it just shows that, if you're willing to put in the work, realize your mistakes, take accountability for them, and really make some changes in your life, you can, move forward and have the things that you want. Alcohol's a hinderer. It just hinders you from being the best version of you. So, and again, in my last videos, I think I mentioned that my perception of it has drastically changed. I think of it more as a negative thing, especially if you're overly drinking. There's always a limit or a point, that you over drink, and then some people, they just lose themselves, or they, kind of become a different person and they don't even realize it. And I guess I'm one of those people. So in doing these few weeks, that I've learned a lot. I've realized a lot, especially about myself and my relationship with alcohol. I understand what it does now, and so in doing these limits, it's showing me that, hey, yes, alcohol is bad, especially if you over drink, but now I know where my limits are, right? And that I can take back that control possibly in the future. I'm not saying that I'm going to continue to drink after I go, completely sober. But, it shows that I can be that confident and controlled with it by simply realizing, shifting your perception on it, and making the commitment to change. So that's where I'm at with that right now. So I feel really good about it. I feel confident, that I'm gonna be able to get sober completely, and be responsible moving forward, and a better version of myself. I'm already getting there. So things that I've started doing that have really been helpful. So I just want to share some tips with you guys that are maybe doing something similar or struggling with alcohol and trying to get past cravings and things of that sort. So for me, just my mindset is getting me past cravings. So just really understanding, and identifying. So what I do, like, because sometimes it will pop in my head, a craving or just the idea. So what I've been doing is recognizing, the thought, right, or the craving. So I recognize that I'm having that thought. That's huge out the gates, is to recognize and understand that you're like thinking of, oh, beer would be nice, or a craving comes on that you're like, oh man, I just really would like to have a beer. So when that happens, you recognize, okay, I'm having this thought, I'm having this craving. So the next thing you want to do is reflect on why. Right? Why am I having this thought or craving? So what you want to do is you want to identify the trigger, right? What's triggering you? Think about that. Like, what's triggering this thought in my mind, right? Or what thoughts or mood or feelings are you having at the time, right? Are you in a bad mood? Are you feeling depressed? Are you feeling down, right? Those are huge triggers, right? One thing that, that I noticed about myself is a lot of times it was just being bored. Like, I'm bored. I just want to have a beer. But then, so in recognizing that, okay, either I'm bored or my trigger was that I was having a negative thought. So once you identify what it is, then you can understand why you're feeling that way. And then you can make a shift and change, your thought process or your activity that you're doing, right? Certain activities can be triggers too, right? So, if you're doing something that you normally would have had a beer with, that could be why you're thinking of it. So if it becomes too much of a craving or a problem, maybe take a break from that activity and shift it up and go do something else, right? That'll take that right away, right? If you're bored and you're not doing anything, find something to do. So just that process of recognizing that you're having the thought or craving, reflecting on why you might be having that thought, and identify your triggers, and then adjust. It's really that simple, and that's been helpful for me. Yeah, but honestly, I haven't really had too bad of cravings. I've been doing really good with it, and even on the days that I, got my limit, Friday and Saturday, after I wasn't even craving anymore. I had my limit. I was fine. You know what I mean? So it's it's really shifting. It's really changing. So I'm feeling real positive about everything. But I just wanted to share that kind of process or technique that you guys can use, to get past, and understand more why you are feeling that way, right? Um, Another thing that I found really helpful, that I wasn't doing before, that I just decided to start doing, is having a daily list. So what I do is in the morning or the night before, I'll take my notepad, right, and I'll just write out a list. You know, even the most mundane tasks. Like number one, shower, right? Number two, breakfast. Number three, workout, right? So just having a list, is not just helpful for staying busy and not drinking, but it's helped me accomplish a lot more in the past couple weeks than I would have without it. So that's really positive. And what it does is it helps make you feel accomplished. Going through your day, checking off a list, getting tasks done builds confidence and accomplishment in yourself. And that really helps you to, stay busy and keep moving and not drink and not focus on that if you're one of those people that has trouble with the thoughts and cravings and stuff like that. So having a list, a daily list of your activities, and just boom, checking them off, really feels good, and you'll accomplish a lot more, and it'll keep you from drinking. So I just wanted to share that tip too. Some other things I've been doing that I've noticed is been getting back into some hobbies that I had let go of a little bit. So I got back into my coin collection. It's real for me. It's really therapeutic. I have a coin microscope, so I can sit there and look at coins, try to find the errors and whatever. Hopefully, find a valuable coin. It's just fun. I like the hunt, is what it is too. So that's been fun doing that again. Working out, staying on track with my workout. Been working out almost every day. I do take Fridays and Saturdays off from working out, but sticking to that routine helps too. So just getting into some old stuff that I wasn't interested in so much anymore. Now I find myself interested in again. So that's really good. So I hope these tips and things have helped you guys, or are going to help you guys moving forward. They've really helped me, so I'm just happy to share with you. But because of the experience that I've had the past few weeks, as far as, the first week, I did drink on every one of my allowance days. This past week, I skipped the Tuesday, did just Friday and Saturday. So I'm building a lot of confidence. So moving forward, because my original plan was to do the allowance days, for 3 weeks, and then after that, do during the week no alcohol, and then keep the allowance on the weekends for a few weeks, and then do the 30 days. But because of how I'm feeling, how my mindset is, how it's changed, I am going to accelerate my plan. So today is Tuesday. It is an allowance day. I will not be drinking today. I have no desire to drink today. I may drink Friday and Saturday again, but after this week, but just to my limit, but after this week, that's when I'm going to start the 30 days of absolutely no alcohol. So feeling good, feeling confident about it. And I think it's going to be a really great experience. And like I said, I think it's just going to further change my perspective on alcohol for the better, even more. And, make me, be responsible and not drink, and again, I'm not feeling like I have to drink anymore. I'm not feeling like, I just need to go get it. You know what I mean? I'm not feeling that way about it. My mindset has totally changed, and these techniques and things that I'm doing have really helped. So I hope they help you guys too. So that's my update. I appreciate you guys joining me here, continuing to watch and grow with me on my journey and experience with quitting alcohol. If you're somebody going through the same thing or similar, leave a comment, let me know. I'll talk with you. If you need help with anything, I'm here. As I say, please like it, share it. Let's get the message out there. Let's push the message further along and help other people that are in need of, struggling with alcohol. So again, appreciate you guys, and I'll be back with another update after this week. All right.